feel stupid now. Okay, I'm gonna assume that this little microphone thingy is working, and I'm gonna make a long overdue video. I am following along with Lisa Loves as she does her film lists from inspired by the book Film Listographies. And yeah, this one kind of had me tripped up because I couldn't really think of anything for it. It is list number 12, going by her order. Movies I walked out on. You know what? I probably could get a little bit closer. I think she modified her list to be movies also that I don't know if she's walked out on any movies. I can't remember. It's been a long time since she did that list, but she modified her list to also include movies that she fell asleep on. So I'm just going to use this as an opportunity to tell some movie related stories that, oh my God, the mosquitoes, that I think I walked out on two movies, not really by choice, either one. And then I've got, some other reasons that maybe I didn't finish watching a movie. So let's just get started. You'll see what I mean. I'm going to start out with Godzilla 2014. This was probably one of the worst theater experiences I've ever had, mostly because we had bad seats. We had to sit kind of up front and to the right, and I was already tired, so I almost fell asleep. And I was annoyed that they killed off the interesting characters at the beginning of the movie. Bryan Cranston mainly. I think there were others too, but yeah, I mean, I might like it if I went back and watched it again. I was just in a bad mood that day, just some kind of funk. So next, I'm gonna say The Limey, the movie starring Terrence Stamp. I don't know when that came out. I used to have the Columbia House Movie Club, whatever it was called, and that was one of the movies I got because I forgot to send the card back. And I tried to watch it several times, and every time I fell asleep. Uh, but I mean, from what I've heard, it's like a fairly well liked movie. It's pretty highly rated on IMDb. So maybe if I went back and gave it another chance, I would like it now because, I was younger then. I'm now old and decrepit, so taste change. Can you actually see these? Oh my God, there's like a swarm. I'm going to be eaten alive. Okay, next one. Paint from 2023, starring Owen Wilson. Kelly picked this for family movie night one time, and we made it a little bit into the movie, and I was like, no, absolutely not. I mean, from the cover, it looked like he was going to be playing a Bob Ross type character, and I guess he was. I don't remember anything about the movie, just that it was awful. I don't think it was funny. I think there was some puking involved, and we were just like horrified by. I mean, like it like felt like he was sullying the memory of Bob Ross, and I love Bob Ross. Next, I'm gonna go with Frozen, the movie with the like teenagers or young adults, whatever, trapped on the ski lift, and everybody goes home for the weekend, and they're trapped at the top of the ski lift. I made it to the part where Kevin Zeger's character, whatever his name is, where his character does what he does, and I could not make it any further because I was really, really squeamish back then. I don't know if I might could make it through it now. I'm not as squeamish as I used to be, but I just haven't had any desire to go back and try to watch it. I mean, at the time, I wanted to watch it. I really did, but ooh, no, I could not get past that part. Next, we got Piranha 2, The Spawning, or whatever it was being called at the time, because I saw this in the theater back in the early 80s when my cousins used to take me to see movies. My oldest cousin she was the one that was into horror movies, and she liked, like Stephen King books and stuff like that. So I think maybe she was the one that picked the movies most of the time because she was probably the one that drove because she was the oldest. Um, and then my middle cousin, she was kind of always the one that took care of me and made sure I was okay. And so we were watching this movie, and there's like a now we watched it recently, so it wasn't exactly how I remember it, but there's because I think it's like a resort, but there I think there's like a swimming pool, but like the piranhas attack and they fly in this movie, and this was a kind of a bloody scene. So I don't know if she could my cousin could see that I was having a bad reaction to it, and I think I'm not even sure, but I think I remember her like saying, "Come on, let's go out," or something, and I think I remember walking out at that part, but I'm not even sure. But I remember thinking, like, I didn't know they were piranha. I didn't know what they were. I remember thinking they were like what do you call the snakes wrapping around the staff that's like the medical symbol, like the caduceus or something like that. I thought it was that. So I was like terrified every time I went to the doctor's office because they had like one of those little, like a little kind of statue thing outside of that was like bronze or something. Yeah. Next, we got Halloween 5. Um, I don't remember when this was, several years ago. Fathom Events did a double feature of Halloween 4 and Halloween 5, but it wasn't playing at our theater that we usually go to in Texarkana. I don't really drive in Shreveport, but I ended up getting tickets to that show because I really wanted to see Halloween 4 in the theater. Halloween 5, I mean, I like it now, but like when I first watched it, and I mean I wanted to watch it then, but when I first saw it on VHS, I didn't like it because I was waiting the whole movie for Rachel to come back and save Jamie, and no. So that movie kind of made me mad. Plus, I seem to remember like there being some bad edits in the movie, like jump cuts and stuff where there shouldn't have been jump cuts, but I don't know. Anyway, I think I stressed Kelly out because I was so stressed out about driving because I didn't know where we were going and I didn't know what the traffic was going to be and I didn't know if I was going to be able to find my way out of there. So she got sick. I don't even know if she made it all the way through Halloween 4, but she got sick. She was in the bathroom throwing up and I didn't want to leave. I was mad as hell. I think I told her we ain't leaving, but I ended up leaving at the beginning of the movie. So uh, that's one. And the last one I'm going to talk about is Rent, the film version of the musical. Um, I loved that when it came out. I think I went to see it like 4 times. The first time I got my cousin and her girlfriend and Kelly, and I think because I felt like it was the kind of movie you needed to go watch with people. And then I don't know if the other times Kelly might have went with me one more time. I don't know. I may have just gone by myself the rest of the times, but I figured it was going to be the last time it was playing, the last showing, and I was right because like every time we went, I've never seen so many people walk out of a movie. Like either they didn't know it was going to be a musical and they didn't like musicals, or more likely, uh, they didn't like the content of it because back then in 2005, that was still very not cool in my neck of the woods. So I figured this was going to be the last showing because it wasn't doing well, and I figured it'd get replaced by another movie the next day. Did I say it was a Thursday night? Anyway, it was like a Thursday night, the late showing. And I drove all the way up there, and then I was like, what am I doing? Because it's going to be like 1 or 2 o'clock by the time I get home, and I got to go to work tomorrow. So I ended up not going. But um, yeah, so I guess that's my list. I'll put a link to Lisa's channel. Check out her videos. And until next time, yeah, cheers. Thanks a lot.